closer times. Pancakes has a 57:44, and Rhombus, I believe, has a 1 hour. It's above. I think it's mid 1 hour, so somewhere in the 30 range. So still a gap, but it's a lot better than round one for sure. So it looks like the runners are coming off.
All right.
So your area 1 is determined on how fast your candles are. Not really, I'm kidding.
Got sucked them up optimally. Yeah, I remember for some other newer
C-stick.
runners, especially. Oh yes, when we were doing that back in the day, we used to use the C stick and just swing that around a little bit. But since then, we just decided, you know, it's a lot faster just to wiggle the control stick.
Also, a lot more accurate.
Most definitely.
C6 strat was not very good. So when you see the runners go into that camera, what it actually does is it skips the scaring animation for Luigi, so Luigi can automatically turn around and set up to catch the ghost. He can't exactly catch the ghost yet because the ghosts work on a timer of when they can actually be catched. So he can just turn around and set up his light to where he can catch them. And yeah, you can so a ghost can be caught after their scary animation's over. So you can technically just do spins and spin around on the ghost to get the same amount of time saved from doing the camera stuff. But using the camera, it's a lot easier and a lot more consistent to get the best possible catch.
Pancakes found a poison mushroom right there, but he's dodging it, so we should be fine.
Mario! Mario!
So Pancakes probably has like a 4-second lead at this point. Just from the optimization he does while catching the ghost.
Mario!
Alright, so yeah, I probably should have mentioned we are in the Area 1 Dark Hallway now. Noticing that there's different ghosts compared to what we originally just saw. Now, these are the porch ghosts. They've always got something that will make them show their heart. For instance, with Neville, the first one we just got, we faced away from him and then held in our vacuum. And then he showed his heart by yawning. With Lydia, we just pulled the curtain back, revealing a broken window, which will bring out a gust of wind, which will ruin her hair. So then she'll show her heart. And we are now at almost called him Bossy. We're at Chauncey, the first boss of the game. The bosses are a bit different because you're noticing that right now he actually, after hitting Chauncey with the ball, after waking him up from his snap, because I guess it can easily wake up a baby from a nap, and then you hit him in that face with a ball. So then he gets upset and brings you to this arena there. It is that, like, I guess it's in this crib, but it's in like some other kind of dimension with this trippy background.
Yeah, all the boss ghosts send you to different arenas in the game.
And all the arenas are based off of a part of the mansion. Most of the time it's from.
Bogmire. What about Bogmire?
No, yeah, Bogmire is because it's even though it's a round stage, it's got the ground on it, the ground and the grass. So it's pretty much like,
Oh, it does.
yeah, it's like you're in, because you know, like you're in the graveyard. So what they're trying to do here is you can get Chauncey in as low as 2 cycles. 1 cycle was thought to be a thing, but it has yet to be proven. So what they're trying to do there is you can stand in a very specific spot and then pull back and have your aim your vacuum up a certain way. When you do that, if you do that every time, you will always get the same ball catch. Now, for the first ball catch, they just had to stand in a certain spot, then hold their vacuum up, but not all the way up, and then pull back at the last second. With the second cycle, though, they took intentional damage. In doing so, you get invincibility frames. Now, a ball can hit you and take some of your HP and also get rid of some of your coins. But when you get hit by something else, you have invincibility frames for a while, and so they knock on a wall to prolong the invincibility frames so that they can just catch the ball instead of actually getting hit by it.
Yeah, because knocking for some reason like stops the timer for invincibility. It's very weird. Also, there are 4 boss ghosts. Chauncey is one of them that can't be one-cycled, and King Boo is the other one that can't be one-cycled. The Bogmire and Boolossus can be. Bogmire just because of the way his timer is way longer than Chauncey, so yeah, that's why he can be one-cycled.
So yeah, yeah, like I said yesterday, how I like to think of it sometimes is, if anyone knows the band Rush, they have a song. I think it's like a 2-part song or something called 2112, and that's pretty much just how you can tell as low how many cycles you can get the bosses in.
2112.
2 1 1 2, pretty much. So P4ncakez is just gonna let this grabber ghost grab him and then shake him off right quick. In doing so, the grabber ghost will be right next to the other one, so that you can grab him in the double. You'll be seeing some of this a few other times in the run.
Use their own attack against them.
Yeah.
So, after these Shy Guys, we're going to get the Rolindas. The Rolindas are RNG base. So, you can get a thing called Early Release, which saves 10 seconds. Or you can just get, I don't say it's the regular cycle, but I'll just call it the other cycle for convenience purposes, which loses 10 seconds compared to the early one, and it's completely RNG. You can't. There's no way you can control it. Believe us, we tried.
Yeah.
If you know a way, please tell us. But as far as we know, there's no way to manipulate the RNG.
Also, P4ncakez did not get early release, so he will be not saving 10 seconds.
Yes.
Rhombus may end up having 10 seconds on him if he does get early release, but at the same time, Rhombus was having trouble with these Shy Guys, so yeah, he's gonna need all the time that he can get.
He did not
does
get early
not
release.
get it. Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Early release would have happened right there, right in that left by the door, kind of. That's where early release happens. The regular cycle happens more to the right. So P4ncakez has a pretty solid lead right now, but nothing that is he's not uncatchable for sure.
Alright, so if you're paying attention, you might have noticed that both the runners went for this thing known as the poster skip. Basically, they put their vacuum through the wall on the left, which is now going back because there's more to the room at first than meets the eye. So a while back, a runner who's currently in the tournament, Jared's Giants, and the old school former world record holder, LM runner V-Man 3000, found that if you could stand back a certain distance, you can still grab onto the poster at a very specific angle, and in doing so, it was found that you could just do it through the wall, so that saved a few seconds.
Yeah, posters are weird on how far they stretch out. Also, posters work on timers as well, so it doesn't matter how far back you have it. They'll always suck up in a timer range.
But if you just stand in the same spot, right next to it, it won't actually suck up?
Yeah, you have to be a certain distance away.
Alright, so what Pancakes was attempting to go for there was he was attempting to go for a thing known as tech skip for the booze. And what that does is that pretty much when you suck up a boo, right after if you suck up a cloth, you can skip EGAD's event where he calls you, saving some more time, especially in certain times, because later on in the game, EGAD can give you some longer text or shorter text. It depends. It's RNG.
I think it's 15 boos, correct? After 15 boos, it's completely random.
I'm not positive, but yeah. Also, yes, I was actually just about to get to that, but Minnie also reminded me in the chat, so thank you once again for reminding me. So you're noticing as well that with these boos, they're not just dragging them around like you would in a casual play through. So what they're doing is known as R pumping, and a while back in 2012, a YouTuber named ZanyWitch7 found that if you held in the L button and then held in the R button for 10 HP, then let go of it, and then quickly repress it again, sucking up more 10 HP constantly, you can get the boo to stay in the same spot, and every time they do this R pump, the boo will do a cackle. Now, each boo has 15 cackles in it, so at most they can suck up 150 HP boo with just R pumping. There are ways to manipulate it with 200 HP ghosts, where you can drag them back a little bit, but for the most part, for most boos, you can just R pump and they'll be fine. However, I also should mention that while ZanyWitch did find in 2012, it was also perfected in 2013 by a Tazer named Coopery, who was originally Tazing Area 1 and 2, but then the Taz project was later brought on by Malio, Taz Malio, who you might know for doing the Tazes of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door and Paper Mario 64 all cards.
The task is pretty cool, but it's pretty old at this point. So some of the route is not up to date, but it's still a really cool watch.
Definitely, yes. Yes, Nintendo loves the number 15 and also the number 64. We're seeing Pancakes do more of that double with the grabber ghosts, and now he's going to try to go for a thing that's relatively newer, actually. Not too new, like it's been at least like, I don't know.
Couple years.
A couple years? Oh, a couple years. I thought it was like just like a year or something. Like, alright, well anyways. So you saw he went to go spawn the boo, and then right after that, instead of starting to suck up the boo, he opened the chest for the fire medallion. Now, once he did that, he started sucking up the boo, very specifically so he didn't catch the fire element until he caught him. So when he catches the boo at the same time, he can catch the fire element, and then when EGAD calls you for the boo, you can save and reset, and in doing so, it's actually faster, because you can still get the fire element, but you won't get called by EGAD for one thing, which saves more time, and two, you can also, you won't have to escape the mirror room by lighting up the candles. And there's also an added third bonus you just saw right there. So with Pancake's side, actually they're both getting the save warp, but with the save warp here, the butler in the hallway there, sometimes without doing that strat, the butler can either be all the way on the right side of the hallway, or he can be all the way on the left side, or somewhere in the middle. It's different. It runs off of like basically how fast or slow you go. It just depends. It's not like you go too fast and then you can still get it, but it's just overall more guaranteed for you to get the butler to the right side of the hallway as long as you do the fortune teller room fast enough.
Also, the reason that he didn't get the hat right away, Nick, I don't know if you talked about this or not.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Okay, so what he just did is by catching the hat at a certain time, you can actually skip the cutscene for the key, where you can automatically walk. So usually you would have to wait a good 2 to 3 seconds before you can move again. But by getting the hat at a certain timing, you can skip that cutscene and actually open the chest and go through and get Butler that way, which saves around 3 seconds, since you don't have to watch the cutscene again for the key by opening it. Pretty cool find, I think.
Also, right there where Pancakes just did is a Japanese exclusive glitch. It's much like the text skip with a cloth. However, this is because it's Japanese is the first ever released version of the game. It's obviously the glitchiest one.
Also, that was a dope backup.
Yeah, he had a nice quad right there. So yeah, it's pretty much just like how you would with cloth. But you can just suck up the boo, and at the same time he's going into your vacuum, you can go into the mouse hole and skip the EGAD text. Did that again a second time, you can do that twice, so that's more of an advantage for Japanese.
Again, what Nick said, it is just Japanese. English runners still have to read the text, even going through that mouse hole.
Pancakes looking like he was trying to go for the Laundry Boot text skip, as made famous by Michael T00, but he did not get that. Laundry Boot text skip is actually quite hard to try to pull off, unless if you're Michael T00, then you can get it most of the time.
Messes up the quad. That quad can be troublesome. I've definitely messed it up a handful of times, so it's not like it's a rare sighting to see.
So what's happening on Pancake's side is basically there is this ghost named Melody Pianissima, who, after interacting with all of her instruments, which will play the Super Mario Brothers theme, the overworld theme from the original Super Mario Brothers, she will come up and basically say that, oh yeah, here's a minigame we can do, just guess what song I'm playing, and she'll play either one of two songs, the underwater theme from Super Mario Brothers, or the athletic theme from Super Mario Brothers 3. The athletic theme from Super Mario Brothers 3 is actually a third of a second slower, only because of the way that the text is, because every time she'll play you a song, there'll be 3 options to pick. The water one is the first option, but if you get Super Mario Brothers 3 athletic theme, it will be the bottom option, so you'll have to just hit control stick and then up and then A, instead of just mashing A. And that's really the only reason why you lose a third of a second, is because you hit a control stick up.
So it gets perfect RNG there. We always want that boo right in the dishwasher. Because you can hit the dishwasher, spray the door, and then go straight up to sucking up that boo. It can also be all the way to the right, which loses quite a bit of time, and it can also be in the sheet, which also loses time. But that washing machine is pretty not washing machine, sorry.
The
It's pretty,
dishwasher, yeah.
Yeah, the dishwasher saves. It's pretty quick.
I mean, unless they do their, you know, they wash their clothes in the kitchen, then that's perfectly fine, I guess there goes, so it doesn't really matter. They just have the same clothes all the time. Pancakes doing that stun lock double. Yes, you can actually stun a ghost for a little while if you hold on to and let go of the B button, the B button basically just shuts your flashlight off. So as we mentioned earlier, here's the second boss, Bogmire. You're noticing that the stage looks a lot like the graveyard. It's got elements of it: the ground, the spiked fence, the trees, the graves on the outside. So, Bobby, you want to explain how to do this?
You suck them up fast.
Good job. Yeah, and he almost sucked him up fast, but that's all right.
Well, actually, it's not that simple.
Not good.
You gotta gain control of Bogmire, and Bogmire doesn't go the same way every time, so getting control can be difficult for new runners and just runners for any skill level. It could be tricky to get control. So usually with ghosts, we don't have to worry too much about control because they're really easy to suck up. Bogmire is not one of them. He'll go crazy. So tapping, with a lot of new runners just love to tap that control stick back, but actually what you want to do is make sure you have control first and then tap, because if you just start tapping, you're gonna lose it. I will guarantee you'll lose it about 80% of the time.
Yeah, sometimes actually Bogmire can be so generous as to just let you have control all the time, so you can get a really fast one cycle. But
yeah, but it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah,
like I said, it's I don't know if it's random, but it feels random on where he goes. But he'll always spawn in the exact same place unless you hit the C stick. For some reason, if you mess with the C stick while A2Rhombus has a really good one cycle. If you hit the C stick while in the cutscene for Bogmire, actually move Bogmire to a different part of the map, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, for these bosses, you can hold something in, like the control stick or the C stick, and you can edit. You can change Luigi's angle slightly, because there are like a couple frames to where you can do an input right there. In between the time it takes for the game to fade to a certain color, like black or white, depending on which boss it is. For Chauncey, it's white. For Bogmire, it fades to black and then goes back to the stage. So there'll be a couple frames where you can interact with it, and then sometimes it might hinder the boss, sometimes it might not. So Pancakes just fell down a well and is learning of Mario's current state, which is very unfortunate. I really don't even know what. Like, he wanted to just celebrate with this dude, right? Because he just won this mansion. And he's like, alright, dude, come on, let's go celebrate at this new mansion that I won. And Mario's like, alright, shit. And he's like, alright, so I'm gonna just come up here and get captured, because that's apparently a thing.
But it's Mario's fault. He didn't wait.
You know what?
He
Probably
went right in.
right.
He went right into Luigi's mansion, not Mario's mansion. He deserves to get kidnapped.
Yeah. Pancakes just shot that ceiling with a ball of water because it saves time.
Yeah, so water goes through stuff, so that's why that worked.
Just
And if you,
the door's on fire.
yeah, so if normally you just go up to the door and spray it, that wastes like I don't know how long it takes, but it's quite a bit. By just doing that, when you get up to the door, it's automatically ready to be opened.
Yeah, like since there are like 2 burning doors in the mansion, shouldn't the mansion already have been on fire? It just burnt down.
They're ghosts. It's a ghost fire, so it's controlled.
Oh, it's ghost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that is unexplainable in this game, it's just a ghost.
Alright. So now Pancakes has all 3 of the elements. So yeah, there are 3 elements in this game. Obviously, you just have fire, water, and ice. And they will actually help you for certain ghosts or just other certain things like a burning door.
Also, I'm pretty sure that Luigi's Mansion has the only ghost that can't go through items or objects. They get stuck.
For the most part, yes. Except for the very beginning of the game, if you have a new game file, one of those ghosts will pop through the wall. I mean,
It's a plot hole.
unless we also kind of Boo.
Yeah, but Boo gets stuck on the objects. It can just go through walls, which makes total sense.
Yeah, that's the nature of this 2001 Nintendo game for the GameCube. The launch game, actually, for the GameCube as well.
One of 2.
One
I
of,
think.
yes, but it's like the first main one, I'm pretty sure.
So what Pancakes did there was freeze the Boo. By freezing the Boo stays in place or freezes, if you will. Ha ha ha. But it'll stay there for like a couple seconds, and then you can do some other stuff, like get that key or whatnot.
Mario.
So yes, Miss Petunia frees her in the bath, and she'll show her heart, because that's just a thing. The bath is hot, so obviously, you know, cold, hot and cold, it's different same thing.
How do we know the bath is hot? What if it's lukewarm?
I don't know. I mean, it's a ghost, so it really doesn't matter. It's the ghost water. We're gonna hit the ghost Nana with the ghost yarn balls.
Good triple.
Very good ghost triple, as a matter of fact. Sucking up this ghost Boo. Alright, I'll stop. Well, cause you said that, like, you know, everything in this mansion is a ghost, so I'm like,
Yeah, everything is a ghost. This mansion isn't real, by the way. Like seriously, it's not real.
But then it's real because at the end Luigi does a thing, and it's, yeah, I would say, but like, and before spoilers, although this game came out in 2001, so most of you probably would have played this by now, but just in case, you know, I don't know.
When you beat the game, the mansion disappears, but not the money.
Wow. Spoilers. Spoiler alert, I just got this game today.
Dang. I'm sorry.
You should be. Alright, so yeah, Pancake just shot the 2D moon, because the moon and space are in the mansion, and he's going to get another one of Mario's items. So, as a matter of fact, I should have explained that earlier, but there are 5 of Mario's items throughout the mansion, and this will help for one of the Portugal right before the final or the third boss actually in this game, which is coming up relatively soon. This ghost named Madame Clairvoyance. So what will happen is, whenever you give her an item that you find from Mario, since there are 5 of Mario's items in there, you gotta find all of them. Whenever you give her one of the items, she'll tell you basically about like what happened to Mario, why it's happened, and like who's behind it all. So we have to, while we're sucking up all these ghosts and all that, we also have to find the 5 items, which are the hat, glove, star, shoe. Or no, yeah, hat, glove, star, shoe, and letter. We've got the hat, the letter, and the star. We just need the glove and the shoe. Pancakes will actually get the shoe from here in the projection room. Rhombus going for the 360 no scope. That's the second time he's done that this tourney, and he missed it again. Going for it again.
And misses it by a lot more.
Oh, Rhombus, you gotta just chill, man. I'm thinking he's just gonna go for it until he actually gets it. No, he's just gonna go for the normal one right now.
It's only cool if you hit it your first try. Other than that, it's stupid.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, saves and clits.
Right,
Never seen that.
yeah, that's another thing that some other runners might do. Instead of actually just exiting the room and mirror warping, sometimes they might, if they're not close enough to the door, sometimes they might save warp.
That's good to know.
I mainly just go out the door all the time, but
I'm always usually by the door.
yeah. So I don't understand their reasoning for doing this. I would think it's actually a bit slower than mirror warping and doing all that, but
It probably's not that much slower, but it looks slower to me. Who knows? We're old.
yeah, 2014 boys, we yeah, that was fun days. I actually
doing new strats.
always usually did I say that? I don't know. If I did, then yeah, it made sense. Also, Rhombus is frozen on my end. I'm pretty sure that's just his stream. He might, not sure exactly. Okay, it's
And
fine.
he's back.
He might have been dropping frames. I don't know. So Pancakes, yeah. So he's in the twins room right now, which we got the key from Nana's room. So we're back here in Area 1 hallway getting these ooze. And while we're here, we're also catching these twins. They were having a little game of hide and seek because we activated them by spinning their mobile in the bottom right corner of the room on the ceiling. And so they were hiding in 5 boxes. And if you read one of Neville's books on his back wall, the Neville being the first Portuguese that we caught earlier on, the father that reads books.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But with Neville, if you've read on his books, you can probably find this one book, which will basically just say that, oh yeah, the twins are scared of the elements and your vacuum, so you can use that to your advantage to find out where they are.
That was unfortunate. Boo for Pancakes. He went crazy.
Yeah, sometimes the items in the game, like Mario's items, or even like a pearl from one of the Portuguese,
Or even a heart.
A heart, a gold bar,
Literally anything.
certain objects, and even the poison mushroom if it does spawn, which you really don't want to try to get a poison mushroom because you'll lose 10 to 15 seconds by Luigi being small. But yeah, I was gonna say something and now I forgot. Oh well.
It
It doesn't help, I guess. Talking too fast, because then you just forget things, especially when you're going a mile a minute.
Were you trying to say about auto locking or whatever?
Oh yeah. If you get, thanks for the reminder, by the way. But yeah, if you're sucking up a boo, and one of those objects are right near you, it will more than likely prioritize, especially if you're generally in the same direction as it, even if you're like slightly off. It will auto lock onto the thing, and the boo will escape as much as it can.
It was probably put in the game to. No one knows the reason. This is just a theory to make the game a bit more difficult, since the game is rather short.
Either that, or make it easier for the kids so they can like suck up the heart into the vacuum or something. I really don't know.
Yeah, true.
Depends on the way you look at it.
Perspective means everything.
Definitely. So yeah, now Pancakes is at a minute and a half of just text mashing right now. It would have been a bit longer, about 15 seconds longer, on US with English text, but because it's Japanese, we saved that 15 seconds, and also some arm pain. The reason why I say arm pain is depending on the way you mash, especially if you mash like some of us, we go fast and we use our arms to, like, we shake our arms on the buttons to actually press them. And that can be tiring after a while, and it can especially hurt, but you just kind of work through the pain, I guess.
Endurance. Especially on the Clairvoyant, you don't want to necessarily mash at max speed, but mash at a pace that you can keep up the whole time.
So again, you're seeing Pancakes was trying to get that boo, and some of the pearls were just coming his way because it was auto-locking, and at the same time, the boo was in a better spot, so he was just like right there. Also, your Rhombus actually going in front of Madame Clairvoyant's table, so we can see these camera angle changes, which we never see during a run, but I guess that's the what Rhombus does, which I guess it's fun, so you can see something else. He did this in his last match too, so I'm just like, I don't know if he's actually doing it like that. If he just doesn't want to hit the table or something.
I don't know. I don't think it would be necessarily slower or faster. Like, where you stand, because you got time to walk before Clairvoyant. You're able to talk to Clairvoyant.
I don't know why, but for a second there, I thought you said Taco Bell Clairvoyant.
I mean, can we make that a thing?
I mean, maybe we can just ask Taco Bell, say, hey, can we mod Luigi's Mansion so that we can just make the whole fortune teller room Taco Bell?
Oh yeah.
Pancake's boo kind of being a little bit of a pain right now because they were just switching there from the chair to the boxes on the shelf. Oddly enough, the boxes on those boxes actually have the properties of a vase where when you vacuum it up, it'll spin around. It'll even make the same sound. But, yeah, I'm not sure why they did that, but it's Nintendo. Japan, they do things.
They change stuff.
Pancake's in the chat right now saying that he can actually still PB with a breaker boo, one cycle, and really good everything else. So let's hope that he can pull that off and PB.
Wait, doesn't he have a 57?
No, he's got a 58. No, wait, no. Yeah, he's got a 57. Never mind. Yeah, because 57.44, 1 second better than my PB.
$57 with a 39. Losses would definitely be difficult to say the least.
Guessable loss is basically just comprised of 15 boos forming together form one giant boo, and it's really hard casually.
Oh, damn, that shot.
But oh, he got that nice. He's getting that. This is the one cycle.
And he's getting trolled. And he's getting trolled.
Okay, yeah. So essentially, what happens there's that strat that you just saw where we get the ice, and we walk all the way back to the other unicorn. And at some point along the line, we start spraying ice, and then we shoot an ice ball as soon as we get to the other ice unicorn. The reason why that is because you can just get the boos to group up, and sometimes you can actually get them all in one ice shot, but that's a bit rare. It's almost RNG dependent. It's almost at the same time it's kind of RNG dependent. It's also dependent on the way you move, I guess. But yeah, it's a big slap in the face. For anyone who played this casually, I know for me it was just like just seeing that.
He got
the memory.
Did you? The boo was behind there because he. Did you say he got stuck behind the?
Oh no, I didn't actually.
Well, he got stuck behind that the unicorn statue. It can happen. Just by the way the boos work. Unfortunately.
Sometimes a boo can go out of bounds and stay there for a little bit. It's happened to Michael, and also A2Rhombus is not getting a good ice spawn. It's actually pretty bad.
One cycle in this situation is very, very. I don't think it's possible. It may be possible just how those boos are, but now they're.
I'm not sure. Oh, it might.
Like yeah, you got it.
Okay, he backed that up nicely. Actually, good job. Wow.
That was a good good Colossus for sure. Especially because of how that ice spawned. And now we get to see Luigi walking for about 2 minutes. So now we're at the blackout portion of the game. In a speed run, we actually don't do much of anything in the blackout, but get Grimly and turn the lights back on. So we skip the whole exploring part of finding how to turn the lights back on, because we already know how to do it.
Yes, so the blackout, and the reason why they went to sidestep is for this section of the game. With sidestep, you can basically just turn your flashlight, but stay in the same direction no matter which way you're moving. So this can prevent the ghost from spawning. It's prevent them from scaring you, which was obviously ultimately faster. And there's this dude named Uncle Grimly who will give us the key because the break room, which was previously unlocked, is now locked. So we have to get the key from him. And his
that was actually good.
Yeah, him showing his heart is RNG, so he actually didn't have to wait too long.
Yeah, so it was originally thought to be 1 to 20 seconds to when he does it, and that's still around. You're mostly getting 1 to 20 seconds. Mostly in the lower 1 to 10s, but last year we saw blue hits just in a regular old 100% run, I believe. I get like a 40-second Grimly, and I believe someone else, I don't know his name, I think I do, but I'm not sure, got a 47-second.
Yeah, that's by HT Delta. Actually, he has the world record. Before that, apparently I was informed that it was blue hits with the 40-second, then Switchmaster with the 43-second, and then HT Delta, he got the 47-second, which is the current longest known time for Grimly to show his heart, which is really. So,
if you want an easy world record, just make a save right before the blackout, right before you go to Grimly, and try to get more than 47 seconds, I guess.
Yeah. Also, Pancake's trying to go for this one cycle break room boom, but he's not having the best time. He got away at 50. So that's another thing, as I was saying much earlier in the tournament match, was that there's a 200 HP boo. Sometimes you can manipulate them, especially that one. I think that's like the only one as far as I'm aware that we get in one cycle. That's 200 HP. And Rhombus got an instant grim. That's the best that you'd want to get. Obviously, as soon into the room, he shows his heart. So
unfortunately, he probably only saved like a second on Pancakes,
yeah,
though.
yeah, I know.
Because Pancakes Grim leaves really fast. Let's see if he goes back in the door and see if the boo's there.
No, he does not. He's just like, nah, I'm out of there. So it would have been faster for him to get the breaker boo in one cycle. In doing so, he wouldn't have to get Van Gore's 300 HP boo, which is ultimately faster.
Yeah. Well, I think going back and looking if he was there would have been faster still than Van Gore. Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I think he just wants to yeah, he just wants to go through and just finish it. Like
yeah, because if he's not in there, then you just lost more time.
It's a safe thing to do.
So, yeah, for sure. Not a big deal at all going for either which.
Rhombus was having a bit of lag right there, trying to get that one purple puncher. That's another thing. Some games, or some rooms in this game, on console, can be quite laggy. For instance, the master bedroom where Lydia originally was, and the armor room, which Pancakes will be getting to sometime here soon. So that's another thing. If because emulator is for this game, emulator is banned if it's faster than a 1 hour 5 minute time. So if you're noticing that there's like much faster load times, and possibly the possibility of no lag in certain rooms, and that's how you can tell emulator versus console.
Yeah, both these runners are not using the emulator, by the way. They're both on disc.
Everything in this match is on disc, or in this tournament, everyone's on a disc. Because originally it was actually more acceptable for them to use a method of loading an ISO of the game on either a thumb drive, off of a USB drive, or an SD card. But then it was banned overall. I want to say a couple years ago or something.
Yeah, back when the new route was made, probably is when it got banned. But yeah. So this is a purely disc. All the good runners run on disc. Like I said, because the emulator cuts off at 105, so you can't really get to be a good runner in a sense on emulator. Because, well, like a good runner and still be able to post their times on the leaderboards.
Yeah, shouts to Western Poster. Alright, but yeah. So, yeah, now they're in armor room. So this is one of the other laggy rooms. Pancakes is gonna go for... I'm not sure what he goes for this room, but as far as I'm concerned, I think the fastest way to do it is to get that purple puncher they just got right there, this grabber ghost he's about to get, and a blue twirler and another purple puncher that he's going to get. The fastest way to do that is get them all on the quad by doing a certain thing with fire, but he's going for his triple, which is obviously ultimately safer than doing the quad.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah, safer and easier.
Rhombus is going to do...
Okay,
well, he's gonna get a sort of Boston burn. No, he's not. Those far apart.
It would have just been easier for him. It would have just been faster, obviously, for him to get just to burn all the Shy Guys. Because what he was trying to do right there is, if you burn all the Shy Guys once and then get him into a group by standing in a certain spot, sucking all their masks off and getting them in a six sextuplet combo. That is what is known as the Boston Burn, which is named after the old school Luigi's Mansion runner, Boston Brew.
A older man than we are.
Whipple, you found that strat? Yeah. Quad is slow. What? I thought Quad was fast.
So, we actually don't do pipe room, because you can actually get the key, by just going through it normally with it being dark and just shaking off the grabber ghost. So the cutscene still works, everything still works per normal, it's just dark and there's ghosts.
So they can be a bit of a pain to get through.
Yeah, you'll see the Pancakes using ice to lock them in place, so he can actually not have to worry about them as much.
Alright, so Pancakes in the cold storage room with Sir Weston, subjectively one of the hardest, or if not the hardest.
And he got him stuck, so it was easy.
Yeah, alright, the hardest room to do, especially with Sir Weston can be a pain to try to one cycle, but because he got him stuck right there, he was able to get him really fast one cycle.
So the reason why the Boo and Sir Weston is hard is because the ice gives Luigi different physics. So it's harder to gain control of Weston, and it's harder to like stay in one spot on the Boo. But Pancake's doing a really great job on both those aspects of keeping control of Luigi.
And he gets the one cycle, that was nice. So from what I can tell, because I just have a certain way of timing things, if he does everything relatively fast, Pancakes can get about a 58:30, which is pretty nice time, especially
really
considering the fact. Yeah, especially considering the fact that his PB is also a 58.
Also, this area 4, besides
It's a 57:44. I do apologize. I completely thought I thought it was someone else. Okay. Anyways.
and on his time of losses, wait, sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Nick cut me off.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
I'm blaming it on you.
Yeah.
But his area 4 has been relatively very, very good. Besides missing the Breaker Boo one cycle, but other than that, it's been very, very good.
Yeah, I thought Pancakes had a 58 PB. I forgot it was 57:44.
Yeah, the man bopped you.
I was thinking it was Minnie, who Minnie even also has a 57 now, so that's completely irrelevant. Rhombus struggling a little bit, but he gets the Sir Weston one cycle. That was nice. That was close, but he still managed to get it.
Pancake's doing a safer version of Vangor with that triple, but still, it gets the job done. Doesn't really matter. And also, those Shy Guys are pretty scary because their pitchforks extend pretty quickly after you start sucking their mask off, and the hitboxes are very weird for them, so it's easy to mess up the triple.
So yes, Van Gogh is the French painter who apparently is causing all the normal ghost to spawn in the mansion. So he had to get these triples right there, which he got.
Oh
and Van Gogh
no,
was
the
upset.
boo went the pipe room.
Also, yeah, oof. Rhombus accidentally.
So
He didn't mean to do it, but he accidentally let the boo go into the pipe room.
So since the room is dark, Rhombus can actually get the boo in that room.
I'm not sure what Rhombus is doing. I think he wanted, okay, so I think what he wanted to do is he wanted to, go, what he would have wanted to do originally was go get the, boo back, to go back into, Sir Weston's room, but I guess, I thought he wanted him to switch to another room, but now he's just gonna go up and do Van Gogh ahead anyways. I guess he's gonna get him on the way down.
Well, he can't do, he can't do, the save and quit anymore because, well, he can, but the boo will regain all its HP if you quit the game. It will regain all its HP and go to the room it originally was in.
Yeah. So I guess that's what he's gonna do. Well, Pancake's going to King Boo.
Looks like it'll be like a 58, 37-ish. Never mind. Yeah.
33.
Yeah.
Or 34. Yeah, 34. Okay, so he can get about a 58, 34 with this. Yes,
all
as
the
he just said in
time.
chat.
Will have the fastest time in the tournament so far. Either way, even if he gets 3 cycle, he'll still have the fastest time in the tournament.
So far, that is, we have more. We obviously have more things to do in the tournament, so yeah.
We still got the whole tournament left. And a bunch more experienced runners to run. The top tier runners did not run in round 1, so that's why the time is relatively slow for the best run. But now at 58:30 is not a time to call slow. I'm talking about the past one.
Yeah. Like some of the 1 hour, so many minutes. Right.
360.
King was cackling a bit for him, but he can maybe still get this 2 cycle. 257, looking quite close. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. He can either try to attempt to go for the 2 cycle, or he can just go for a fast 3 cycle. So you're noticing that we're not automatically just constantly art pumping here. It's because it's faster to do it.
That boost too high for my comfort. I don't think he's gonna get
Oh,
it.
3, yeah, that was really close. It was too close for comfort, honestly.
Also, the boo kind of got away from him for like not even remotely close to a second, but he did get away. So that's probably why he had 3. But still will be a 59 XX. Probably like a 5907. Oh wait, 007. I was right. Okay, so still not a bad time. Not a bad time at all.
But congratulations to Pancakes. He'll be moving on to round 3.
Yes, sir.
Unsure who he's gonna race yet because we still have a lot more matches to do for round 2. But he will either go up against either myself or HT Delta. So, and the race between me and HD Delta will actually be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Get that SpongeBob on there. This isn't BFBB, please.
Yeah, so
Please get that off.
so that's actually a thing that I just saw him. I saw that SpongeBob thing in his most recent tutorial for Out of Bounds, so I guess that's a thing. I don't know. But if Pancakes, if he might wish to go in for an interview, he can do so.
So Rhombus got the 1 cycle there. So Rhombus looking at a high 102, probably. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, congrats.
How do you feel after that race?
Wait. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh. Yeah.
Alright, you heard it here first. He feels never mind about the race.
I had the stream open. That was really weird. Anyway.
Oh.
It was okay. It was until yeah. But after that, just kind of bit, and then Breaker Boo didn't go too well.
Oh yeah, the Breaker Boo.
So how do you feel about the tournament as a whole? Like, how do you feel like you're gonna do?
But my PB is 1 second faster, so
Oh yeah,
pretty
between
much 100% chance.
between me and
100%
HD
chance.
Delta. So yeah, that's yeah. It's gonna be great.
If I win, that will be against Blue Hits, so it's pretty much it's over.
Tough bracket.
Ooh, Rhombus got King Boo down to a 237 for the first cycle. So he can definitely get a 2 cycle right here.
So you're gonna
Go ahead.
in a 237 usually. It's pretty hard to miss a 2 cycle unless you get hit by ice. Yeah, he got it pretty easily.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey.
Well,
how do you feel?
that run sucked. Worse than my last race, which was my second run back in like 6 months.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't been playing. Like I came back and I haven't been playing at all.
But that was a really good 2 cycle to end it, at least.
Yeah.
I think that might have been the lowest I've ever gotten him on the first cycle. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was definitely you guys. Definitely put up a fight right there. But yeah.
So I believe we have more races today, I think. Let me check. So yeah.
Oh, we do not actually have any more races today. We do.
We do not. Sorry.
The next race is tomorrow at noontime, Eastern time, which is gonna be Mr. Afroman 20 versus Hexblaze, commentated by Pancakes. So that ought to be fun.
But yeah,
Well,
forgot about that.
we have 3 races tomorrow at the moment.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It'll be a action-packed day of LM.
So Mr. Afroman 20 versus Hexblaze at noontime. Me versus HD Delta at 7, and Master Bobby, my
Hello.
the other host right here, and Rubber Toe at 9 Eastern time. So that'll be fun, hopefully. But yeah.
So to wrap this up, please follow the runners and Follow the commentators if you want. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Peace.
Have a good one.